Did you know? Out of a budget revenue of 7 billion convertible marks, Bosnia and Herzegovina earmarks 47% for its administration and bureaucracy, while only 1.5% of these funds go for employment programs. Did you know? Results of higher education reform show us to be among the last countries in Europe. Our knowledge of natural sciences in elementary and secondary schools also features at the bottom of the table. This makes it difficult to find a job and does not contribute to economic development. Did you know? To reduce the unemployment rate of 44%, it is necessary to create jobs, and this requires investment. However, according to the Global Competitiveness Index, B&H is at the back of the list, occupying 102nd place. The ease of doing business is also demonstrated through Bosnia's 116th place in competition with 183 states, and also through the 12 procedures it takes to set up a business here, which lasts for at least 60 days. In the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, there are only 4 procedures, taking 4 days to complete. Did you know? B&H is the only country in Europe that will not hold a population census this year, and where a portion of citizens faces discrimination on the grounds of their ethnicity and cannot be elected to lead the country. Did you know? With these results, it will take us a while to reach the European Union. Among Balkan countries, we are the last in the process of European integration. What to do? 100 young, successful people from business, civil society, politics, culture and media, and coming from different parts of the country, gathered at the invitation of the EU Special Representative in B&H as part of an informal network called Generation B&H for Europe. During the month of June 2011, they identified priorities essential for the development of B&H in 4 key areas and compiled around 100 specific measures into a shared vision. Education, for instance, is one of these areas. Take a young person. In order for this person to have a better chances to one day enjoy a quality lifestyle, she or he should be able to one day find a job. And to get that job, their chances will be higher if, first, if they can get a higher level of education, which means that it is desirable for primary but also for secondary education to be compulsory, and that access to education is equal for all. Second, if such education is of good quality, with a modern curriculum including qualified teachers who behave more like coaches who motivate, push, refer, direct and educate students, and not as untouchable dictators. Third, if the focus of such education is on developing social skills and competencies from the entrepreneurial spirit, analytical skills, critical thinking, communication skills, presentation, teamwork, and others, which helps young people to cope in life regardless of their profession. Fourth, when talking about professions, young people should be trained for sought-after professions, which means that B&H should have a clear school admissions policy linked to labor market needs, and there should be centers for career development to assist with professional orientation. And finally, young people from socially disadvantaged families and those who are the best of the best should be supported through scholarship programs with transparent procedures. What to do? Speaking of employment, new jobs open through investments and new businesses. For this to happen, the state must simplify procedures for starting a company, making it fast and a one-stop shop. Reduce taxes and contributions on salaries and increase penalties for those in the black market. Introduce financial stimuli for creating new businesses or establish funds for new initiatives. Encourage exporters of finished industrial and agricultural products. Given the large number of the unemployed whose skills are not in demand, there is the need to introduce fast and flexible retraining and lifelong learning programs in line with the needs of a dynamic labor market. There should be better cooperation among all stakeholders, from those who pass laws to employers and the private sector, employment bureaus, local authorities, educational institutions, and civil societies. If these people were to get together at least once a month, they would know who is doing what, how to liaise, how to harmonize procedures, policies, and budgets, thereby increasing efficiency in the field of education and employment. What to do? However, all this cannot work if we do not have an independent and efficient judiciary. Therefore, the following is required in the area of rule of law. To secure a greater political and financial independence of the judiciary, to reduce the litigation process. It is important for all the citizens in this country to feel equal, and for this to happen, we need to ensure institutional equality of all constituent peoples and others in B&H, starting with terminating discrimination in the electoral process. B&H has a special problem with corruption, because instead of for development, money goes into pockets of corrupt individuals. For all of these things to happen, it is necessary to have a system, but a system and public administration that is much cheaper and more functional. It is as if you had 5 luxury cars that consumed 20 liters of petrol per 100 kilometers and required maintenance, while all you really needed was 1 car to drive around town. And finally, in order for the state to know where to invest and what are our needs, we must improve mechanisms for the participation of all of us, citizens, in the decision-making process. Because budgets are topped up with our money, and so it would be good to have a say in how they are spent. This is our future too. The way forward is up to us. It is up to us to make our lives better, is the message of the Generation B&H for Europe. Let's work together. The end. The beginning.